And welcome to this special edition of Hannity. Tonight, we're holding the media in this country accountable as I sit down with the great one, Mark Levin, for the entire hour. His brand new book, Unfreedom of the Press. Now, we're going to take a journey that starts at this nation's founding, remembering the once great press tradition in America and how it ended up becoming nothing more than an extension of the Democratic Party and all things left wing. We'll uncover what went wrong, how the media fell so far so fast. We'll be exposing every hoax, every lie, all their besmirchment this media mob has told to smear a duly elected president of the United States and just do nothing but divide this country. From the Russia collusion delusion to Covington to ignoring the biggest abuse of power corruption scandal in our nation's history, we're going to take it apart piece by piece. We will expose how they have abandoned the great tradition of freedom of the press in this country, choosing to act as nothing but partisan hacks rather than serious investigators, choosing to put fake news narratives over facts for years at a time, choosing to smear anyone and everyone who dares calls out their lack of ethics, their lack of objectivity. Remember, the hate Trump media mob and the biggest names on the left never thought it would get to this point, never thought President Trump would pull off what was one of the biggest political upsets in American history and deliver success after success, record after record, helping the forgotten men and women of this country. Let's take a look.
We better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket.
Next, I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on to Matthew Dowd.
Sorry to laugh.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
And a failed one at that. And remember how they reacted the night Donald Trump won the election, November 2016? They started out, they were giddy, they were happy. The exit polls, well, they showed that Donald Trump didn't win a single state. All through the night, the mood started to change, and it became completely unhinged. Actually, hysteria broke out. You might remember.
America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion, and I mean literally crying. Yeah. This is a sadness. It is a mourning moment for those people, and it is a moment filled with fear. Filled with fear.
Our country is about to face some serious crises, and so, I mean, buckle up. Your country needs you.
It's a pretty extraordinary thing to say. If you have a son in the Marine Corps and that you don't trust the commander-in-chief. The people in the military defend the Constitution.
This was a white lash. This was a white lash against a changing country. It was a white lash against a black president in part.
And sadly, since that night, things have only gotten worse. The liberal left-wing press, they refuse to have any accountability, any responsibility for their failures, and now they're just doubling down on what is a psychotic anti-Trump rage and, frankly, destroying whatever credibility they may have ever had. Here's just a small sample of their lowlights.
Is this president trying to impersonate Hugo Chavez, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Vladimir Putin?
He said today, America first. It was not just the racial, I shouldn't say racial, the Hitlerian background to it.
Trump needs to be medicated and hospitalized.
Donald Trump, again, being a schmuck.
We can surely say his words have absolutely emboldened white supremacists.
He has given oxygen to racists. He is clearly trying to ignite a civil war in this country.
There's a sign out there that's been hung up in the White House or outside the White House saying, if you're not white, you're not especially welcome.
He's a racist.
Breathless hysteria, conspiracy theories, fake news story after fake news story, every minute, every hour, every 24-hour day, every week, every month, as they work in concert with their partners, the Democratic Party. Nothing but a mere extension